Hello and welcome to Frontline Talk and Discussions. Welcome, Rajan sir.
Welcome.
How are you?
Good.
Sir, Justice Ferdinand Rebello's call for a political movement to save Goa's ecology, destructions of Khazan land, is a demanding legislative change required here. How you think will a movement effectively bring this change, like the repeal of Town and Country Planning Acts 17A and 39A, which facilitate hill cutting?
See, you first said that he has called for a political
Right.
meeting. There was a very good crowd. It was expected. Now the question is, we must understand one thing, that most of the people who attended there have one day or the other agitated on these TCP Acts of 17.2 and 39A in any form, either by grumbling itself, attending certain movements were there. There was one at the church where I remember, and there are at different points, all making up their own suggestions, criticizing it. So basically it is the same people who have attended it, and it was a hope to Ferdinand Rebello's call, Justice Ferdinand Rebello, who people believe being an ex-chief justice, being a legal luminary, really able to save this situation, because there are so many people who are there, are in courts against these acts, and courts are passing it. Something is happening, 17.2 rules are read down, government has gone in appeal, and it is going on. How it will succeed? Only a mass movement which threatens the government, that this is going beyond control. Like, there was a mass movement, scrapping of the plan, Goa Bachao Abhiyan.
Regional plan.
Yeah. The crowd that came to Panjim made, that time it was the Congress government.
So you think in coming days that this particular movement, which is apolitical, will have that much of force behind it, like the Goa Bachao Abhiyan?
No, Goa Bachao Abhiyan was a scenario where the Congress party, who has a high command, also intervened and brought Digambar, then who was the chief minister, to his senses and said, scrap it. So there was a play there between the high command and the local government. Just a gathering coming together, concentrating on one particular community, which has about 85-90%, will not shaken this government. This again, the government is very sharp. Moment this is happening, there is a polarization happening on the other side. So it should be a mixture, and that is what at least I expected or was looking for, whether Justice Ferdinand Rebello's personality, his integrity, would he manage to draw that type of a crowd? My opinion, it has not happened.
So you mean to say all the three rallies which has taken place under him, none of the places you could find the crowd, mixed crowd like from...
No, those same mixed crowd, and as I told you, there's the same crowd who at one point or the other agitated. But that mass crowd of both the communities is not there. Definitely.
Okay. Sir, can a movement that draws heavy support and frontline attendees like Vijay Sardesai and Yuri, our strong opposition leaders, truly make this movement apolitical?
No, how can you call it apolitical? See, the question is this: their presence there and not being allowed to speak is a message that nobody trusts them.
But definitely they have given their moral support, doesn't that help?
This is not going to work on moral support. I'm coming back. It's just a movement, apolitical, cannot throw this government out. If you have to change all this, the first goal, your goal should be, if you can get it managed to convince the government and they scrap this and do not allow any more conversions and in ecological centers and in what do you call that?
Cousin lands,
Cousin lands and all this. Fair enough, but I don't think that is going to happen with the present TCP minister who is acting over stubborn. This is my matter is pending in the Supreme Court. This side the government has, the High Court has struck down the rules, read down the rules, what they call it, in the legal term. Nothing is happening. He's gone in appeal.
So now you are trying to tell me that there is a legal angle for everything, and these are laws made by the Legislative Assembly, and the TCP minister is very firm on that we don't make laws on the streets like people coming and demanding for it. Okay, now going further, if enough is enough movement reaches a critical mass, will Justice Ferdinand Rebello be pressurized by civil societies to emerge as a chief minister's face for the United Front in the upcoming assembly election 2027 despite his denials?
See, this pressure of civil society is already working, in my opinion. Because this apolitical movement cannot take out, dislodge a government, please understand. Unless he is only trying his strategies to manage to get this struck down by the government itself. That is his strategy. In my opinion, I don't think it is going to work. You see, my opinion, this movement will have to take a political shape. And if, as you have said, forget being the CM face, if Justice Ferdinand Rebello is not prepared to be the face, I cannot see a face within the people that were gathered and are now around him who can take it forward. Therefore, Justice Rebello has to understand that this movement has to be headed by him because of his integrity. How far he succeeds, that's another part of the question. But if he does not take it, then he is also a brilliant Goan. You see, he understands the pulse of the Goan. He has grown up from Goa, politically, legally and everything. He was a brilliant lawyer before he became a High Court judge. The question is, he should remember that when the Congress government then brought in when he was knocked out, it was Jai Prakash Narayan who led the movement. But he took all together, whoever he felt had to be taken. Okay? Only then that government is not. Now, what is Justice Ferdinand Rebello's strategy of getting this out? I don't know, because he is not showing any interest till today to go violently against the government.
Like, share, and subscribe.